Hi, I'm Aaron Stone, and this is Rob Smoke, and we're both running for City Council. So I wanted to talk to you today about this forum that we're at, the Boulder Collaborative Candidate Forum, and it's being hosted by 3 different entities in Boulder: Better Boulder, Open Boulder, and Plan Boulder. And what we really wanted to talk to you about today is that there are only 8 out of 11 City Council candidates who have been invited to this, which is not really fair. What do you think, Rob?
Well, I think there's big problems with it. First of all, the people who signed my petition should have a certain amount of equity in the fact that I'm a city council candidate. And these guys, if they want to have a special event just for the candidates they like, they should announce it. They should just say, hey, we're having a special event for some candidates that we like. And then the people who are using the venue, the candidates who are using the venue, they should have in-kind, a percentage of the cost as an in-kind donation to their campaign. Here they are presenting it as a forum. A forum means, just on the face of it, everyone. But we're not invited, and we're being told that we're fringe candidates. I had a reporter from one of the local paper of record tell me twice in one phone call that I should admit that I'm a fringe candidate. Well, I don't. I wrote him a detailed email. Gaza, what's happening between Israel and Palestine, is the moral issue of our day. And people are being killed at an industrial scale. So it's not some special oddball concept to protest that, to say that, yeah, Boulder should divest from companies that are involved in that genocide. And it shouldn't be that we have to beg and ask for that to happen. That should just be something naturally. But last week at council, they voted 8-1, or 2 weeks ago at council, they voted 8-1 to not consider divestment from companies like Caterpillar. And I have stuff of atrocities being committed by IDF soldiers driving Caterpillar tractors. So it's obvious that there's, let me just say one thing here. I know I'm talking a lot. But Donald Trump, on the issue of Gaza and Palestine, he's got Tom Cotton, Mike Johnson, what are these guys? What's that guy's, Lindsey Graham. He's got all these Republican senators and congressmen supporting him. Well, that's sad, but it's heartbreaking that also the 2 senators from Colorado who are supposed to be Democrats, supposed to oppose Donald Trump, they also support his policy. They might as well be carrying Donald Trump's his robes around or holding his beer.
And I'd also like to point out, Rob, that the people funding this, these are major developers. They want to tear down things like our airport. They want to go into open space and redevelop that. I think I would personally like to look at additional housing units, ADUs, things that are more economical and won't have an effect on our environment. Boulder was a place founded on limiting growth and being kind to our environment, and this is not what we were founded upon. So I would like to personally change that, slow that down.
Yeah, I think that's great, Aaron, but for me, I just want to say morality comes first.
Absolutely.
I mean, we have quotes from these various council members saying, oh, if we only had more time, we could have a conversation about that. If we were just here twiddling our thumbs, there's no time. Man, that's disgusting. That's so arrogant and dismissive when we have constant death toll in Gaza from bombing and starvation. That's insane. And we also have a sister city that's Nablus. And they've been attacked recently as well. So there's any number of reasons why divestment is actually an issue for the city of Boulder.
And I'm sure you're aware, Nablus is the only sister city. We have multiple sister cities, by the way, including one in Israel. Nablus is the only sister city that is not allowed to discuss politics.
All right, well.
So we have actual racism on the city council that's preventing that from going on. So we want to change that as well. Let them have their freedom of speech. Their entire lives are politics. I just watched a video a few days ago of a gentleman who was being evicted from his house in the West Bank, in Nablus actually. And he said he wanted to come back. He kissed the door. Right after he left, the IDF, I like to call them the IOF, the Israeli Occupation Force, bombed the house. They tore it all down. So you can see there's apartheid going on, not just in the Gaza Strip, but in the West Bank as well, which is where Nablus is located.
The Israeli forces today are bragging about destroying apartment buildings in Gaza, and their intention is to move about 1 million people, to a place where there's absolutely no room for anyone, okay, to other parts of Gaza that have already been destroyed in South Gaza. It's unacceptable. We shouldn't be preaching that we're going to do all these wonderful things here when it's counterfeited by our inability to take a moral stand on the moral issue of our day.
Absolutely. I'd like to thank you for being here, Rob. Thank you for standing with me on this. And if you are interested in this, and if this means a lot to you, then please remember to vote for Rob Smoke and Aaron Stone for City Council.
And ask a friend to do the same. Ask friends who they're voting for. And if you know that there's a good reason to vote for us, tell them what you think it is. Give them give them a piece of your mind in talking about this issue.
Thank you.